Alright guys, so today we have another laptop. This is gonna be my first laptop of the year. If you're a subscriber of this channel, you already know that we're gonna be doing a quick unboxing video first and my initial impressions on the ASUS TUF Dash before I give out my full review in a later video. Alright, so let's go ahead and unbox this and let me show you guys what comes in the package if you're in the Philippines. So this is a retail version. So let's open it up. So this first portion right here, this first segment of this huge box is where you'll find the backpack. And we'll check that out after we clear everything else inside of this box. Next up is the actual laptop box. And yeah, I think that's about it for what's included in this huge box. So let me switch to a closer view of this. We have a really nice looking laptop backpack. It's kind of very utilitarian. And again, if you're buying this from the Philippines, this is included in the package already. So let's put this aside and then open up the laptop itself. The ROG line of laptops from ASUS is they're kind of like high-end gaming laptop. And the TUF series is the more affordable gaming series from ASUS. And this is what we have here. I mean, you can see it from the box itself. With an ROG laptop, you'll usually see a very colorful box. This one is just a typical cardboard box with some branding here. Here we go. We have a warranty card. We have some pamphlets here, premium service, and other documentations here, a user guide on how to use your laptop. So let's put it back there. Let's see what else is included. So we have the power brick. Set this aside, and then the power cable itself. And so another thing to note, if you're getting an ROG laptop, usually they include a free mouse or a free webcam. But here, when you open the extra pocket right here, there is nothing. When I first saw this, we actually were given the chance to see this for the first time during a pre-CES show by ASUS. So that was way back in January 6th, I believe. The moment I saw this, I was surprised because first off, this is coming from the TUF lineup. And again, when you speak of TUF lineup, you usually see like very kind of like bulky gaming laptops. This is actually the first time that I've held this. So I got the gray variant, as you can see, obviously. But there's also a nicer looking white variant. Before we open this up, I want to show you the branding that you have here and another TUF branding right here. So you have a small logo right here, another TUF branding right there. And let me tell you guys, this kind of looks like the ROG laptops that I've unboxed before, especially on this part right here. Very premium looking for something that is supposedly for the mid-range segment of the ASUS lineup of laptops. So we have bottom firing speakers right here, and then we have fan vents right here, as well as the exhaust right there. You can see that, and you can open it one-handed. That is a nice touch. And then we have the keyboard layout, as you can see, very gamer friendly. The WASD keys, if you're a gamer, you know what that means, why this area right here is highlighted. So we have adaptive sync, Thunderbolt USB Type-C, Thunderbolt 4 to be exact. We have power delivery charging available here, and this is already Wi-Fi 6 certified. And this one comes with 8 GB of RAM, already soldered here, powered by an Intel 11370H. But we'll talk more about that in the full review. But for now, I just want to give you my initial impressions after trying this out for the first time. So let me just set this up and I'll get back to you guys. So I've actually finished setting this up just a few days ago. I was able to play a few games on this, specifically Dota 2 and some Ni no Kuni 2. This time we're gonna try Red Dead Redemption 2, and I think this is the ultimate test to be able to tell whether this TUF Dash F15 can handle heavy games. So I'm using a PS5 controller in this one, and now we're actually in game, and I'm seeing about 30 to 40 frames per second on this one. Not really mind-blowing. My desktop with a GTX 1080 at 1440p resolution can run this at around 50 to 60 frames per second. Now again, let me stress that the Red Dead Redemption 2 is a really taxing game for any system. For this one, I'm not surprised that it's just running at around 30 to 40 frames per second, even though this is running an RTX 3070 graphics card. Now, you have to take note that this graphics card is running at 80 watts, and it has a dynamic boost of an extra 5 watts. So what that means is that it draws more power from the CPU onto the graphics card. But something that I need to point out is that the Red Dead Redemption 2 pulls more from the CPU usage rather than the GPU usage. This is running relatively cool as compared to last year's laptops, which were running at around 85 to 90 degrees Celsius at the onset. Now with the TUF Dash F15 with the Intel Tiger Lake chipset that they put on here, it was running relatively cool at about 75 degrees Celsius, which is really something to commend. I mean, I really feel more comfortable with these kinds of temperature for both my CPU and my GPU, so huge thumbs up for that. Now, I know some tech YouTubers are really not happy about the fact that this is running on an Intel chipset, but there is one good thing about the fact that this is running an Intel Tiger Lake, and that is Thunderbolt 4. Now, this is definitely something that I want to highlight for this video. Thunderbolt 4 is something that I think everyone needs, especially if you're a creator, whether you be a videographer, a photographer, or a YouTuber. If you are dealing with huge file sizes, this is gonna be a heaven sent for you guys, because as you can see here, I'm showing you the transfer speed. With my desktop PC, I usually get about 30 to 40 MB, and then on my NAS system, I probably get around 100 to 125 MB per second. With the Thunderbolt 4, I got a crazy speed of about 700 to 800 MB per second. That's insane, guys. That's almost 1 gigabyte per second. So if there is one major thing that would sell me on the TUF Dash F15, it would be the Thunderbolt 4 on this. Of course, you can find cheaper laptops, I guess, which would have Thunderbolt 4 as well. But for me, this one is perfect because I'm also a gamer as well as a creator. I have to be honest that the first time I saw the display, I thought it looked a little bit dull, but I adjusted the settings on the Armory crate and I set this to vivid, and boy did it look gorgeous after changing the settings on this one. And I need to point out that this has adaptive sync, so even though you're not gonna hit 144 frames per second on most games on this, it won't really matter that much. So everything you play on this would still look really smooth because, again, of the adaptive sync. I want to try to give you a sample of the audio on the speakers, but I'm not sure if this is gonna be the best because my microphone was acting up during the recording of this video, but here's a sample anyway.
I had a feeling you'd come back and save me from all those lonely nights and heartbreaks, and I feel misplaced without you. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back? It's telling fair, I'll put you down and leave you there, don't make them stay. Yeah, it's the only truth. How they come.
The speakers are really decent sounding. They're not gonna be the best sounding speakers, but they can definitely perform if you need something that is loud enough. So let me just highlight a few of the features which I think you would want to get this for. So first off is the slim design on this. At first look, you might think that this is an ROG laptop if not for the branding. It really has that Zephyrus ROG laptop look. It takes some inspiration from the old Zephyrus laptops that I've tested before. Again, I really love Thunderbolt 4 on this. It's crazy that I can now transfer 50 gigabytes in just under a minute from my SSD to this laptop. and of course it's packed with powerful components. So this review unit that I have comes with an i7 11370H. So again, this is Intel's Tiger Lake processor. It has a base clock of 3.3 gigahertz and it only has 4 cores, but so far it hasn't been an issue for me. But we'll be testing this some more in my full review. And I think the only issue that you'll have with this when you're gaming is the RTX 3070 that comes with this laptop, which only goes up to 85 watts with dynamic boost. But we'll be testing this on more games, and if you have a specific game that you want me to test, let me know in the comment section and I'll try my best to get my hands on that game. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell button so you can watch more videos like this in the future. That's it for today, guys. Keep safe and have a great day.